This is the HAPPYRUN HR-G50pro electric bike, a moped-style ride that looks and feels a lot like a compact electric motorcycle. The shape is unmistakable: a long, fixed saddle, a tank-style battery sitting high in the frame, an oversized headlight up front, and chunky 20 by 4-inch fat tires that make it look ready for street cracks, gravel, and light trails. From my experience, people notice it right away. It doesn't blend in like a regular e-bike. It has a bold stance and a moto vibe that turns heads at every stoplight. When I first rolled it out of the box, I was struck by how sturdy the steel frame feels. It's not a featherweight toy. It's a solid machine with dual suspension. There's a fork up front and a coil shock in the back, so the ride comes across plush and forgiving. I could hit rough patches, curbs, and potholes without bracing for impact. That said, the suspension leans soft. On fast bumps, it can feel bouncy, almost like a pogo stick, which is cushy for commuting and casual trail paths, but not tuned for technical riding. If you're heavier or carry cargo, you can bottom the rear shock on big hits, so I learned to manage speed on rougher lines. Key features that matter most to me are the motor, the battery, and the way the controls are laid out. The motor is rated 1500 watts, with peak output closer to 2000 watts, and you feel it right away. Throttle response is snappy, with almost no lag, which makes quick starts easy and hill climbs simple. For anyone new to e-bikes, throttle means you twist or press a control, and the bike moves without pedaling, while pedal assist adds electric help as you pedal. I used both. In my opinion, this motor shines when you want to cruise and let the bike do the heavy lifting. It pulls hard up steep grades and keeps a steady pace where many budget e-bikes fade. I've seen 28 to 35 miles per hour depending on wind, incline, and battery level, which is far beyond typical commuter limits. Check your local rules and ride responsibly, because those speeds push it into moped territory. The battery is a 48-volt 25-hour unit, which is a big pack for this class. I like that it's removable, so I can bring it inside to charge instead of hauling the whole bike upstairs. Range depends a lot on how you ride. The brand claims up to around the upper 60-mile mark under ideal, low-power conditions. From my experience, real-world range lands closer to 30 to 50 miles with mixed riding. If I lean on the throttle and keep speeds high, I'm closer to the lower end. If I use pedal assist at moderate speeds, I get more. That's normal with any e-bike. More speed equals more battery drain. I did have one faulty battery early on that put the bike into low power mode around 25 miles, but support sent a replacement and I was back to normal. The cockpit is straightforward. The LCD display is huge and easy to read in shade, showing speed, assist level, and battery status. In bright noon sun, it can wash out a bit, so I sometimes shade it with my hand at a glance. The shifter is a simple thumb setup with a 7-speed derailleur. It's handy for dialing cadence on small hills, but the geometry makes pedaling more like backup than the main act. The saddle is fixed and the posture is relaxed with a slight forward lean, so it's excellent for throttle cruising, but awkward if you want to spin hard for fitness. It's perfect for riders who want a comfortable, scooter-like stance more than a traditional cycling fit. If you're on the shorter side, the tall frame and seat height might feel big. Taller riders feel right at home. Braking is handled by disc brakes, and they've been reliable for me with basic upkeep like pad changes after a few hundred miles. The fat tires add a ton of stability and grip, especially on rough pavement and sandy patches. They also calm down chatter and make the whole bike feel planted. The trade-off is weight. The HR-G50pro is about 95 pounds, and you notice it when lifting onto a rack or muscling it in tight spaces. On the move, the weight makes it feel stable and confident, but it's not a flickable trail bike. To me, it's a power commuter and errand runner that just happens to be fun on dirt paths and park trails. Assembly was simple. The bike came mostly built, and it took me around 45 minutes to install the front wheel, handlebar, and check bolts. I appreciate that it includes a toolkit and a small pump, which means I didn't need extra gear to get rolling. Out of the box, my wiring and cable routing looked tidy for an externally wired bike. Over time, I had a couple of minor issues with small accessories, but nothing that kept me from riding. I like that parts such as brake pads and tires are common sizes, so replacements are easy to find. In my opinion, the HR-G50pro is best treated like a lightweight electric motorcycle with pedals. That mental shift sets expectations correctly. It's not a fitness bike, and it's not meant to be tossed around like a trail machine. It's a sit and cruise ride with real power, cushy suspension, and a look that makes you smile. If you live in a hilly area or deal with rough streets, the motor and fat tires take the sting out of everyday travel. The rear rack adds useful cargo room for groceries or a backpack, and the overall build feels rugged enough to take daily use. From my experience, range honesty and quality control are the big things to watch. Plan for 30 to 50 miles depending on your habits. Do a thorough check in the first week. Test the battery, brakes, shifting, and lights. If something's off, reach out to support right away. My interaction with customer service was mixed but ultimately helpful when it counted. If you're comfortable with basic DIY, things like adjusting a derailleur, tightening a headset, or swapping brake pads, you'll feel right at home with this bike. If not, make sure you have a local shop willing to work on e-bikes. Key features that make it stand out to me include the strong 1500 to 2000 watt motor for quick launches and steep hills, the big 48-volt 25-hour battery for solid range, the fat 20x4-inch tires for stability, and the dual suspension for comfort across rough pavement. The large display and throttle-on-demand control make it easy to live with day to day. The flip side is the heavy frame, the fixed saddle that limits pedaling efficiency, and the reality that some owners may need to handle small fixes or warranty requests. It's perfect for riders who want a powerful, comfortable alternative to a scooter or short car trips. If your commute is a few miles with mixed pavement, if you run errands in town, or if you want weekend fun without sweating every hill, this fits the bill. I'd recommend this for taller riders who prefer a relaxed, moto-style posture, and anyone who values torque and comfort over lightweight performance. In conclusion, the HAPPYRUN HR-G50pro delivers a bold look, serious power, and a smooth ride that makes everyday travel feel effortless. It's a strong value if you understand what it is, a moped-style e-bike that favors throttle cruising and comfort. Be mindful of the weight, set realistic range expectations, and be ready for basic maintenance. If that sounds like you, this bike can be a daily favorite that's both useful and a blast to ride. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or your own experience with the HR-G50pro. Thank you for watching.